You're all special people here because you're all helpers. The Creator has given you that gift so we can help others. One in every Canadian adults have a chronic health condition, and unfortunately this burden is increasing, and do have a lot of work at our hands and efforts that we need to address.
The medicine wheel is the story of the human existence. It's not about an Aboriginal perspective or an Eastern perspective, Western. It is a story of all human existence. To understand that people with chronic illnesses, they are not any less living than all of us. All who are living live in the same way. This is the law of life.
Burntwood region has a very high burden of illness. On most of the indicators that would, portray what health status is, Burntwood region shows that we are the highest level of risk, or we have the highest level of chronic disease in the province. We are needing to find ways of addressing those risk factors before the individual needs assistance from the healthcare system. And we know that people are very capable and very creative in how they are able to do that.
CDPI started in the Burntwood region about 5 years ago when Manitoba Health implemented a 5-year demonstration project for chronic disease prevention.
The Public Health Agency of Canada contributed both through funding and through participation on various committees through the life of the 5-year demonstration project, and that brought our federal knowledge and perspective to this initiative. I believe it was a strong and supportive partnership between the federal and the provincial governments that built on and strengthened existing relationships and helped us do things differently and work together in a better way.
We feel very fortunate that they came together to give funding to us so that with moderate amounts of money we could have initiatives in our communities. And we were fortunate to receive enough money to have 22 communities participate in this project.
In northern Manitoba, there's 4 pillars. They're easy to relate to, they're easy to understand, right? And they affect all of us. For those of us who write little lists, things we want to improve, those 4 things are on there. You know, the food we eat, the exercise we do or don't do, right? Our mental well-being, and all of the things that we do related to smoking and avoiding it. Those 4 things are in our life all the time.
With the Chronic Disease Prevention Initiative, it's a provincially funded program or a government-funded program. It's regionally supported and it's community-led. And the importance of it being community-led is that intuitively we realize that communities know their community, they know where the issues are, and they know a lot of the solutions on how to support that.
The CDPI was definitely thinking outside the box and allowing and supporting community to think outside the box. So, you know, you create it. Like, you know, it's your community. You know your people. You know what you need. You know what you want. You tell me.
So with the chronic disease prevention, we have 4 pathways, and we call them pathways because I think within our region we sort of see them as pathways through the bush, where people are taking the pathway to healthy living. So we look at tobacco reduction, healthy eating, increasing physical activity, and mental well-being. And provincially, there were only the 3. They did not include mental well-being, and for us, we felt that it was a really important piece of chronic disease prevention, because in our region, that the mental well-being, the spiritual well-being is a big part of the culture, and it's hard to achieve some of the others without actually having mental well-being. So for the Burntwood region, we actually chose 4 pathways.
So there are approximately 20 staff in total of the Burntwood region that support the projects in the communities, and there are of those 22 communities that there's that interface between the BRHA and the communities. But the communities do the work. They're the ones that make the projects happen. They're the ones that do the planning on the ground, get the volunteers around the table and out into the community running the projects.
Yes, I like gardening. We've been gardening for the past 3 years, and there's more people getting interested.
We're looking forward to this summer because lots of people are asking for berries, trees, apple trees. The first year there was only the basic like potatoes, carrots, and onions, was it?
Yeah.
Those were the only things that they planted, but now they're asking for more variety of things to grow.
We are now doing gardens with the schools and the people in the community. Chickens, and people are raising chickens for eggs now. So, and we have some interest in some other types. Some community wants turkey, and some of us for pigs. So, we're exploring that this year, and hopefully we can rally up the expertise and that we need to give them the opportunity. But I think like with the eggs and the chicken project was pretty exciting because a lot of people didn't realize how easy it is and how fast to get raised chickens and then to have it into a meal like on your table. And I think how it changes from when they're really tiny to the time when it's time to have their feast with it is a real eye-opener. And I think to show other people in the community that it can be done. You don't just have to go to the store and take something out.
In my community, we started this Biggest Loser Challenge. And we have 92 participants. It's been a positive outcome so far. We give them monthly incentives, whoever loses the most weight, and we educate them with healthy eating, and we have cooking classes they attend, and it's all good.
We're just trying to bring back how they used to live before, what they used to do, and not being so dependent on the south side. Like it's pretty hard to get our stuff, and it's very expensive. And if they could do this in the summertime, get all the stuff ready for winter, and that would be good for the community.
As personally, for myself, I'd like to see community members eating more healthier, and that's why we brought through the CDP initiatives that we started the community ice fishing project in our community, and that worked well because we teach them how to set up nets on the ice, how to clean them, locate where to place your nets, stuff like that. That's really interesting for some people that don't know how to set up nets and find a good location.
For the past 2 years now, we did freezer project. We're doing in 2 communities right now, like St. Tristan and Was. That was a pilot project, so it was a successful year last year, and maybe next year we'll do Garnhill and Red Sucker, and it's through Winter Road only.
Every day, 5 days a week, the kids have a snack at 10:30 in the morning, and some days it's fruits and vegetables. Other days it's cereal. Other days it's cheese and crackers, and it's going really good. The kids are enjoying it. They're learning a lot more, and they're happy, they're not hungry, so that's a good thing.
We also teach the indoor composting, which is the vermiculture, and it's been really successful, and especially in the schools, because the kids really love bugs and like playing with the worms and stuff like that. So, so that's been really successful, and I'll be walking downtown, and the little kids will be like, "That's the worm lady."
We just recently had a men's cooking class going, and they enjoyed it. We have trained chefs in our community, so we hire them to come and show the men like how to cook, and I went in and checked on them once in a while, and they would practically send me out, "Get out."
Every Thursday we have parents cooking class, and we prepare them to do their own snack and serve their kids, and preparing them for their cleaning and washing their hands. And we do a hot meal and bake, and we let them take them home, the rest.
I teach in the Ticket Portage School, and we started, last year we started a snack program for grade nursery to grade 8. Like, a lot of them didn't eat raw vegetables and dip, but now, because we've introduced it into the school, they eat it. They eat everything that we give them, basically. Like, it's never, nothing's ever thrown away. Like, some kids didn't even know what cucumbers were until the snack program came into effect. It's something that they take part of and they're proud of.
At the northern store, there was hardly any people buying fruit and vegetables long time ago with the grain products and with the whole wheat. Now people are getting all that. And the manager saying, like he asked me once, he said, "Did you notice? I noticed there was a change," he said that to me. And I said, "What?" He said, "People are getting more vegetables, more fruit than before."
And just last year, they asked me if I would like to be a grandmother gardener, like, you know, due to the kids, my grandchildren having gardens. And that's where Courtney come in. And then they asked Teresa, "Why do you want to garden with your grandmother?" "Oh, just a bond," she said, eh?
There's a lot of great things going on in communities in terms of healthy eating, not only chronic disease prevention, but in terms of healthy eating. There's more gardens, there's greenhouses, there's livestock production going on. There's also a lot of things going on in terms of awareness and workshops and other ideas that are coming out that in terms of business development, and there's some work to do in that area. And I think there's other strategic options that need to be explored in order to make this sustainable and ongoing.
We have about 40 kids that are involved in Champions, and they learn how to mentor and how to be a role model for other kids by not using alcohol, drugs, or tobacco.
Champions is basically training youth, teenage youth in the high school level to go back to their community with an adult that has attended the conference as well, or that training, and talk to kids about refusal skills and increasing their self-esteem to say no to drugs and alcohol, and tobacco included. And those kids need to stay clean for the time that they're involved in this Champions program. So that's been a successful piece. Every year there's more youth trained that go back into their communities in the north and do that.
We went door to door. We went to approximately 279 houses to give blue light bulbs. It's the Blue Light Project. It's to bring awareness to secondhand smoke. That's why we started it. It's not. It's to promote smoke-free environment, and to think about smoking from your children, from other people, because you are poisoning them when you smoke. We're very passionate because my father, he died of cancer, and that's because of his smoking. And so we went door to door and we give information packages and different kind of cancers and all that kind of stuff, and what you can do to quit smoking, what preventions you could take, and all this information they could take in. It's good to see all the blue light bulbs going up and bringing awareness. People are starting to understand, curious, and start to understand what the blue light bulbs are, and now I think they do.
What we started to do in Thompson with our blue light program was look at how to involve our students in our schools and school personnel. So our rollout of the program involved information packages that went home to parents and pledge sheets that we asked the family to sign, and they came to the school and would pick up a blue light. So we involved our kids, our parents, and our teaching staff with that whole process. We are looking at a second phase of that, which is involving our community, going more to our community, doing more outreach with that idea of a blue light and the smoking cessation or the smoke-free information.
For the blue light program, we have a person go deliver them. We hire a person to go deliver them house to house, and we give them pamphlets like what it's all about. It explains what blue light is all about, and after that was done, I seen a lot of blue lights like going up. Yeah.
In our community, we started building a walking trail, community walking trail for all the community members.
The people walked 3 kilometers, and there were different age groups, like middle-aged, elderly, and the young people, maybe school-age children that came to our diabetes walk.
There's another thing I'm really trying, I don't know if it's going to work this year, but I'm trying to promote hockey. I'm really into hockey. I love hockey. I want to see the kids get involved. There's a lot of activity.
I approached the principal at the school. I said, is there any slot times where I can come in and use your facility for a walking program? And they said, sure. They were more than accommodating. From Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, there was always a program in there. Monday at 6 to 8, I have adult weight room. And on Tuesdays, I have my walking program from 6 to 8. On Wednesdays, I have yoga and or aerobics. And Thursdays, again, I have the weight room. And between Friday, I have healthy cooking classes.
We also started square dancing for the youth. Churchill River dancers, kids from the community in South Indian Lake, and that went well for a while. We did it for 2 years, 2 seasons, I guess, and kids, we had, color kids, and boy, they enjoy themselves, It's a night out for them, and that's part of exercise too, to dance there for a couple hours, sometimes 3 hours. Square dancing is a lot of fun, and it's good exercise.
Well, at the school I have these volleyball, ladies volleyball, and then there's men's volleyball and co-ed volleyball, so that school is very active in volleyball and basketball or something. So there are a lot of activity going on here.
We have a dance club, and it both puts physical activity in there and mental well-being, like being out with people. And we had a supper and a dance same time, and this was during Valentine's.
What is a healthy relationship? That was our main focus for the dance
as well. Plus, to have a chance for the couples to have a candlelight dinner, and plus play games, and plus we had a person play music for them to dance. Yeah, it was good.
And another thing we started too is cribbage, playing cards at the Legion. And that's good. People, it's a night out for them, and to get together and to know people. And I talked about that big word, integration, and communicate with other people. And that's a good thing.
The beadwork program is a women's group because it's just for women that come there and to enjoy themselves. It's a mental health thing, and it's working very well, and the women are happy about it. They share on what steps they are on with their slippers or moccasins, whatever they're making. Like, it's time for you to relax. You need that. So it kind of puts everything out of your mind. Just having fun with other women, laughing, joking around, having their snacks, and just being as a women's group.
CDPI is so beneficial because it creates balance with using the medicinal wheel aspect, the emotional, physical, spiritual, and mental. Did I say the part of it? It's it's all incorporated with physical activity, and it's if we have healthy communities, then we have healthy families.